it going, everyone? I'm Taylor Martinez, coming to you from the beautiful Deanna Manning Stadium in Irvine, home of the CIF Southern Section-Ford Softball Championships. I have a jam-packed show for you today with a whole wrap-up on our spring sports champions. So let's get right to it. It's time for CIF Southern Section This Week. Field. So up first today, the best in Southern California softball. Let's check it out. The Division I matchup had #1 ranked Norco walking away with the champion plaque, ending 3-0 over El Modena. Norco's Coral Williams threw a one-hit shutout with 9 strikeouts. She's only a sophomore. Division II was a high-energy extra inning game between Los Alamitos and J. Serra. Both teams were scoreless throughout regulation, with an exciting play for the Griffins at the bottom of the 7th as they managed to throw out the potential game-winning run at the plate, forcing those extra innings. A 2-run home run put Los Al on the board in the 10th inning, and freshman Julian Brooks rocked the mound all night. Division III, big win for Marina over Westlake, 8-1, securing the Vikings' first softball championship since 1995. Twins Mia and Avi Valbuena were big pieces to this win, with Mia pitching 13 strikeouts and Avi bringing in 4 RBIs. Vikings' Ava Mazzotti also brought in 4 RBIs. Long Beach Poly took home their first ever softball title in their Division IV win over Warren. This also marked the 4th CIF title this school year for the Jackrabbits. Final score 6-2. Intense Division V game, West Ranch was on the board first and held a strong lead of 6-1 over St. Bonaventure throughout the first 5 innings. 5 of those runs scored solely in the 3rd inning. But come inning number 6, Bonnie catches right up. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, runner on second. West Ranch leads 7-6, but freshman Macy Shotton slaps a ball right through the middle and ties the game, forcing extra innings. To finish the game and give St. Bonaventure their perfect ending, Janessa Brown gets a base hit to bring in the winning run. University and Rio Hondo Prep went head-to-head in Division VI, which resulted in University's first ever girls softball championship title. The ladies of Rancho Mirage made the trek from the desert well worth it with their Division VII win over Culver City. To celebrate, they took a trip to downtown Disney, where a handful of the girls actually stayed in town and enjoyed their grad night. Adding to St. Bonaventure's win, Ventura County also saw Wainini take home a softball title for Division VIII, which also marked the program's first CIF Southern Section title.
Wainini signing out.
Incredible games out here all weekend long. Now let's keep the bats swinging and talk some baseball. And for this, we're going straight to Tark Fatal.
A sip of water out of a fire hydrant here to wrap up the sectional champions and some notable highlights through the CIF Southern Section Baseball Championships. You have to start with what was arguably the play of the year for all of high school sports in Southern California for the 2024-25 season. Miles Clark from St. John Bosco gets it done. 9th inning against Trinity League foe Santa Margarita in the Division I final. He walks it off. Bedlam in Fullerton at Cal State Fullerton, where the championships were being held. Bosco wins its first CIF Southern Section Championship in baseball, and they win it in Division I fashion. Miles Clark will live in Braves lore. Getting to a couple other highlights before we just show you the champions of the 9 divisions that were played in the CIF Southern Section Baseball Finals. We jump over to Division VI. Estancia down 3-1, and you called it another walk-off magical hit. It's a triple by Jake Humphreys over the right fielder. It lands, everyone clears the bases, and they go nuts. 4-3. Estancia wins the Division VI championship over Marshall 4-3. And one more dramatic finish. It was in Division VIII. Fillmore comes back from down 6-0. Pioneer up 6-0. Oh, man. And they can't hang on. Fillmore rallies and wins 7-6. Unfortunately, a Pioneer error leads to a Fillmore runner scampering home from third base. They win the CIF Division 8 championship. And here is a look at the division champions in the CIF Southern Section. Of course, Bosco wins Division 1, West Ranch wins Division 2, Glendora Division 3, Ganesha beats Dos Pueblos 8-2 in Division 4. Elsinore gets the best of Long Beach St. Anthony in Division 5, 2-0. Estancia, like we mentioned, 4-3 in Division 6 over Marshall. Mary Star of the Sea, 8 innings. They beat Notre Dame of Riverside 8-7, Division 8. We mentioned it. Fillmore over Pioneer. And to wrap it all up, Division 9, Newbridge beats Mountain View 3-2. There were your sectional championships in baseball. Another spring in the books.
Heading straight into lacrosse now.
Foothills Lady Knights have done it again, bringing home their 4th lacrosse championship title in just 5 seasons. Talk about a dynasty in the making. They avenged an early season loss by taking down Miracosta in the final. Senior Bryn Perkins secured 5 goals this game, bringing her total to the season to 95 goals. Pure dominance for Foothill. In Division 2, it was a historic night for both St. Margaret's and El Segundo, each making their first Southern Section Championship appearance. St. Margaret's came out on top, securing the title with an 11-8 win. Senior Scarlett Wilson bringing in 7 of those winning goals, and senior Kate Carr with 7 saves at the goal.
Our team has played so hard this entire season. We've been practicing 2 hours every single day. I'm so proud of us. We came up with some great saves from Kate Carr. All around, our team just played phenomenal tonight, or this afternoon. I just feel amazing.
And in Division 3, Oaks Christian rallied past Trabuco Hills with a commanding 15-9 victory. Trabuco Hills started strong, but the Lions found their stride and never looked back. Goaltender Tori Chang, along with her defense, didn't allow 1 goal for nearly 25 minutes of the clock. Last year, the Oaks Christian boys lacrosse team took home their first championship title, and now the Lady Lions have joined the club. Moving over to the boys' matchups, Loyola takes home a big Division 1 win over Mater Dei 11-3. The Cubs have now played in 4 of the last 5 CIF Southern Section Lacrosse Championships, and this marks their 2nd title, making them the first team to win 2. Loyola led 6-2 at halftime and led 9-2 entering the 4th quarter. It was a great team effort getting those shots and the goals coming from 8 different players. Cash Ginsburg leading that list with 3 goals.
The work we put in every day, every practice, 6 a.m. practices are not for the weak. And I think just everyone wanting to be here and showing up for their teammates really is the chemistry, and this team's just going to go even further next season and the season's on. After
the game, the team paid tribute to their late classmate Ron Levy in a heartfelt celebration. In Division 2, it was a nail-biter between Dos Pueblos and San Clemente, with the Tritons edging out the win 8-7. Dos Pueblos entered the championship with an undefeated record and an incredible season behind them, but San Clemente's defense held strong when it mattered most. And finally, in Division 3, ML King faced off against Agora. King trailed by 1 at halftime, but came out fiery in the second half, scoring goal after goal after goal. They sealed the deal with a commanding 14-8 victory.
There's no better feeling in the world than this right now. I played water polo, we won CIF, so to win 2 rings in 1 year is just insane. Senior year.
Next up on the docket, Southern Section Boys Tennis.
Boys tennis splits into team and individuals. Let's talk teams first. University took the Open Division title. Division 1, Woodbridge. Division 2, Flint Ridge Prep. Division 3, Kate.
This is huge. We have 2 seniors on our team right now, myself and Harry, my doubles partner. 2 years ago, we came to Claremont Club and we won D3 with an entire different team. Everyone on this team, there's only a couple guys that were on that previous winning team. So this is a whole new program. We really built it up. Last year was a rebuild year. Coach Lance has been huge this year, and we just freaking won D3.
Division 4, Milliken. Capistrano Valley took home Division 5. Kennedy ended up on top in Division 6 after a neck-to-neck battle. And Division 7 went to Catella.
It was a tie game and it was really close, and it all came down to the last game, and it ended up being tiebreaker, and there was a lot of tough moments, and we trusted our teammates to work through it.
I'm speechless. It's the best win of my life.
Individual doubles came down to an incredible matchup between Jay Sarah's Brady and Riley versus Harvard Westlake's Christian and Chase. Brady and Riley played a tough match in the semis and pulled off a win, knocking out last year's champions from Marina High School. After some incredible rallies and match points in the finals, the boys of Jay Sarah came out on top, giving their school their first ever individuals tennis title. Big comeback year for the Jay Sarah tennis program, and shout out to first-year coach Robert Shue there. As for singles, Palos Verde's Andrew Johnson claimed his first individuals title as only a freshman, and the first freshman to ever do so. He faced off against Brady Tolkson from Woodbridge, Brady, a 5-star recruit and rising senior, Andrew, the top-ranked player in Southern California per USTA. He might be our new Niels Hoffman in our record books here. Both Brady and Andrew, extremely talented players to keep your eyes on.
Some beautiful days out there on the courts, but still to come in our spring wrap-up is golf, track and field, volleyball, and swim. Stay right here. Welcome back to CIF Southern Section this week. We are doing a full wrap-up on Southern Section Spring Championships, and up next is boys golf.
Just like tennis, boys golf features both team and individual competition, and this season delivered plenty of excitement on the fairways. Let's start with your team champions. Lucerne proved why they are a force to be reckoned with, edging out perennial powerhouse Santa Margarita in a nail-biter at El Dorado Park. Lucerne carded a team total of 360, just one stroke ahead of Santa Margarita at 361. Oaks Christian made the trek to the high desert and conquered Bear Valley Country Club with a 371, narrowly beating a three-way tie for second place. Great Oak, Apple Valley, and Corona Del Mar all finishing at 376, with Great Oak taking second after a card off. Xavier Prep took a quick trip west from their desert home and left with a Division III title. They posted a 384 at Green River Golf Club, just ahead of Newport Harbor's 386. Woodbridge controlled the leaderboard at Los Serranos with a team score of 373. Crean Lutheran chased closely behind but finished at 377. At Sterling Hills, Fairmont Prep clinched their first ever program title with a 399, holding off Gabrielino, who came in at 402. Alta Loma just edged out Damien at Meadowlark Golf Course 411 to 412 to claim their Division VI title. And wrapping up our team competition, St. Bonaventure cruised to victory at El Prado Butterfield with a 414, comfortably ahead of Los Altos, who posted a 445. All in all, a day on the golf course is always a good day. Now on to the individual championship, and what a day it was in Temecula. The best of the best teed it up at Temecula Creek for the individual finals, which also served as the SCGA qualifier. Your individual champion, Grant Leary from Crespi, who fired an impressive 66 to take the title. Right behind him, a pair of 67s from Santa Margarita's Ronan Bajerny and Palm Desert's Luke Ringkamp, a card off giving Ronan that silver plaque. This individual finals was also the SCGA qualifier as mentioned before, and so a special shout out to Buena High School's Brady McHenry, who was titled the SCGA champion. Back over to Tarek Fatah now, where he's going to talk some track and field. Take it away, Tarek.
The Masters meet, it always delivers, and it delivered again here in the spring of 2025. Let's not forget the Masters meet, the one big qualifying event for the CIF State Championships in Central California. So these athletes are trying to really ramp it up, and they did. Blazing times in the speed runs, even in the long distance events. Of course, magnificent record-breaking tosses, leaps, jumps, the whole nine. Some of the best track and field athletes in the country home in the Southern section and on display at this Masters meet. Couple headlining athletes to talk about, of course, the speedsters. For the boys 100 meter, DeMar DeZern from Bishop Alemany, only a sophomore, 10.35. That's right, 10.35 sophomore 100 meter dash. He's the champ. Journey Cole of Redondo Union, only a junior. She runs 11.36 in the 100 meter. Those were the champions in the Masters meet. And the 200, one of the fun stories of the 200 was RJ Sermons, who recently reclassified, a Rancho Cucamonga football standout, headed to USC, decided, you know what, I don't need another year of high school. Let me go to SC. But before I do, let me win a couple track and field championships. And he does. He's the 200 meter Masters meet champion. He ran the 200 in 20.97. And Keelan Wright of Chaparral, who was blazing times last year and won CIF state championships, she won the Masters meet in the 200 meter 23.21. Really fast stuff. One of the breakout performances of the whole year was the Servite relay team and its track and field athletes. The 400 meter winner, Jalen Hunter. All kinds of fun storylines following Jalen Hunter. Only a freshman. He won the 400 meter in 46.91. Certainly worth mentioning. The Servite 4x1 relay team won the event in 40.40 seconds. Again, this Servite team has been something to talk about all year long. Unbelievable performances at the Masters meet. You can definitely go online to check out more of the results, but those were the top performers at the Masters meet. Taylor, back to you.
Thank you, Tarek. Those Servite boys are definitely a group to keep our eyes on. Unified sports are always incredible events to be a part of, and this year's track and field finals kept the bar of having fun raised high for these athletes. Taking home the team title for the Northern Division was Warren High School, while Trabuco Hills secured the title for the Southern Division. The athletes competed in shot put, 100 meter run, 200 meter, and the 4x100 relay.
You know, this is one of my favorite days. Watching our kids play and working together and all that, there is no losing today.
So now we've talked softball, baseball, lacrosse, tennis, golf, and track and field. But grab a snack and head right on back here because we still have boys volleyball, beach volleyball, and swim to catch up on. Welcome back to CIF Southern Section this week. Continuing right along with our spring championship coverage, it's time to talk volleyball.
Southern Section Volleyball is always showcasing thrilling matchups between the best of the best. We have 9 divisions of boys volleyball to chat about. Up first, Miracosta and Huntington Beach faced off after putting in the work with some tough pool play. Miracosta has always been known as a volleyball powerhouse and kept that momentum going, bringing home the Division I title. In Division II, Peninsula put up a great fight and a fun one against Mater Dei, but the Monarchs ultimately came out on top. Tesoro took and kept the lead early on in Division III, claiming that title over Orange Lutheran. The drive from OC to Santa Barbara paid off for Sage Hill with their 5-set battle and hard work turning out in their favor over the Dons. Kennedy took home their first program title since 2017 with their win over Esperanza. El Toro claimed the keys to Division VI over Quartz Hill. Division 7 saw Brea Olinda take on San Gabriel Academy. SGA took it in 5 sets. Wildwood came out on top in 3 sets over Catella, as did Cairns in Division 9 with their win over Downey's Calvary Chapel. Beach volleyball breaks down into teams and pairs. Starting first with team, 3 divisions played with some very close games. Division 1, a Bay League matchup, went to Redondo Union 3-2 over Miracosta. Division 2 was Wilson Long Beach over Milliken, also 3-2. And Division 3 went to Long Beach Poly 3-2 over Canyon of Anaheim. Hey, 3 more league teams in the finals, shout out to them. Moving over to pairs now, 2 windy beach days in Huntington ended with a finals match looking a lot like the Division I team matchup between the same 2 Bay League schools. It was twins Addie and Avery Junk from Redondo Union versus Miracosta's Lucy Matuje and Ruby Cochran. The twins kept Redondo Union's winning fun going, taking home the championship title. I talked with the sisters about their dynamic working together and what they're going to work on for next season.
There are obviously times where we can get a little bit mad towards each other, but we've been really working on it, and I feel like we've kind of improved as the longer we play together, the better we get. But I think especially today and a windy day, it's a really big advantage to have someone you basically thinks the exact same. You kind of know how to play with each other. So I feel like that gave us a really big advantage, especially in the wind.
Those beach volleyball athletes might have wished that crazy wind was down just a little, but boy, oh boy, did being in the sand make me so ready for summer. After the break, we're headed right to the pool. Stay right here. To wrap up our spring season, we are headed right to the pool deck for some swim and dive.
Records fell, stars rose, and every race brought the heat. In Division 1, Miracosta opened with a clutch relay win, and Loyola owned the boys medley. Sophomore Alyssa Tunn made headlines with double gold in the 200 and 500 free, while Northwood's Andrew Maximowski was untouchable in both distance events. Tegan Odell, simply unstoppable, setting a new D1 record in the 200 individual medley and winning the 100 back in flawless fashion. Santa Margarita took the team titles for both boys and girls. Division 2 lit up with freshman phenom Gabriela Brito claiming the individual medley and butterfly in style. Kaylee Richmond doubled up in sprint freestyle, and Oxford Nathan Lee broke the minute 40 barrier in the 200 free. La Canada and Oaks Christian delivered powerhouse relay wins in one of the deepest fields in recent memory. Team winners here, Santa Monica for the girls and Ayala for the boys. Division 3 saw sprint dominance from Crossroads' Mile Blackson Dunbar winning both the 50 and 100 back. Zach Tower of Crossroads crushed the 200 and 500 free, while Agora's Sophia Gelev sprinted to double gold of her own. And don't forget the thrilling relay finishes from Laguna Blanca and Palm Desert. The ladies of El Toro took the team title along with the fellas from Crossroads. In Division 4, Blair's Ella Lesnever blazed to all-American marks in the 50 and 100 free. Anaheim Discovery's Bo Zhang doubled in the 200 and 500 with commanding performances. And Santa Clarita Christian's Sophia Blights brought home backstroke and flag golds in a breakout meet. Capping out the team winners was Torrance for the ladies and Trinity Classical Academy for the boys. Diving was held at Margarita Aquatic Center and spanned across 2 days. Here's a breakdown of the top girls from each division along with their scores. Freshman Riley Stebbins from El Segundo for Division 1. Division 2, Jackie Liu from Temple City, another freshman, and Jacqueline Chen from San Dimas took the honors for D3. As for the boys, Valentino Nieto from Santa Margarita made the perfect splash to end his high school career, as did Chase Ship from Laguna Beach for Division 2. Keelan Liu from Geffen Academy took D3, and Grant Snyder from Capistrano Valley Christian took Division 4 as he prepares to dive into college. From freshman fireworks to senior send-offs, this was a championship season to remember.
And with that, get out there to a pool yourself now and enjoy the summer months. Next season, we'll be here before we know it. See you later. Is there a pool around here?